Spider-Man is my absolute favorite superhero. I was the nerd who collected comic books from a very, very early age. So from the time I was 6 up until about the time I was 14 years old, there was not a week that went by that I did not beg my mother to get me a Spider-Man comic book. I was all in on that character. I was Team Peter Parker. I felt it was the superhero that was so engaging, someone who tried to do the right thing but constantly failed in his personal life to meet expectations. He was that street level hero who was trying to save New York City. And in the mid-90s, I thought, how cool would it be if they ever made a Spider-Man film? But that probably is never going to happen. How would they ever get special effects good enough to make that be a thing? And now we've had like 15 different Spider-Man films with 3 people being Peter Parker. So it has been a well-told story. By the way, we've reached number 18. This is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This movie, of course, features Miles Morales, a character that was introduced late 90s, early 2000s. I can't remember the timeline now, but basically became a fan favorite right away. I was pretty skeptical of this film. I'd seen the trailers. I didn't know if I was like super into like the animation style. Was totally blown away when I went and saw this in theaters. I thought it was a huge, huge achievement, something that has only grown with time and being able to revisit this film over and over again. This is such a personal story. This is a story of a kid who wants to live up to the expectations of his family and consistently in his mind fails. There's something more that he yearns for, and then he's given these powers as Spider-Man and then fails at that as well. This is really the first major film to deal with the multiverse. That, I think, is introduced in such a compelling way. This is a film about something rather than just a cool display of animation. The music is phenomenal. I love the What Up Danger sequence in this film. I go to YouTube and watch it all the time. So not only is this one of my favorite animated films of all time, this is one of my just favorite films of all time, this is my favorite superhero film of all time, and is definitely the best Spider-Man movie of all time. It is something that can be watched over and over again. With the recent release of Across the Spider-Verse, I think the lore of this is just being deepened. I'm very hopeful for the third film to come out and have this be like this perfect trilogy. I foresee this becoming something like The Lord of the Rings, where people just binge watch all 3 of them on like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Look up the making of this film, because how they decide to animate individual characters, it's just mind-blowing. It's like a math problem they had to figure out. Different backgrounds and characters are moving at different frame rates. Like it is bonkers the amount of attention to detail they place in this film. Plus the characters are cool, it's really funny, and it's very thrilling. What else could you really want in a movie? Do you like Spider-Man? What's your favorite superhero film? Let me know down in the comments below. Tomorrow, a sort of film noir.
You gotta say I love you back.
Dad, are you serious?
I wanna hear it.
You wanna hear me say it?
I love you, Dad.
You're dropping me off out of school?
I love you, Dad.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.